Hey guys, this is James from TeaDB bringing you another Inbetweenisode. So today I am reviewing a tea from Scott of Yunnan Sourcing. This is the 2016 Bawai. And so this is one of those teas that, was sort of on the queue to end up on one of the main episodes of TeaDB with Denny. And it just kept getting pushed back and back. So here I am, I'm bringing it on to an in-between-sode. I've enjoyed this tea quite a bit, especially for a young tea for me. The couple times that I've tried it, I initially tried it and it was really, really strong. I had it sort of in the midst of having a lot of more aged teas. So it's a bit too strong for me, and I don't think I quite grasped how good it was immediately. And then I had it sort of in conjunction with a lot of other young teas, and the tea sort of came together more in my mind, and I enjoyed the tea a lot. So I'm having this on a hot summer day for Seattle, and Seattle is one of those places that really doesn't get that warm, which means that no one really has AC unless you're extremely rich. So I'm here, it's 2:30, and it is dark inside, and we are trying to do everything we can to keep it cool, other than me making tea. So this reminds me a lot of the times where I drank tea with Scott last year when he came up to Seattle, and the year before when we went down to Bend, Denny and I, that is. So this is Scott's tea, and it's reminding me of the times I've had tea with Scott. So here's to you, Scott. I have infusion number 2 and 3 poured out here, ready to go. So immediately, it's got a really nice richness, and then sort of like that bitter, pungent nuttiness sort of tips in, and it's really quite strong, and it leaves sort of a very strong mouthfeel that lasts for a while on the front of the mouth. So right now, I'm still definitely tasting those sort of like robust, nutty feelings to it. And if there's anything I've learned about Scott's taste in tea, is that he does really like strong and pretty clean tea. So you can watch any of his videos and you can see how he brews it. So the tea is strong, and Scott brews it really strong. So there's sort of like a consistent theme there for him. And I would say that this tea is even one of his stronger teas. Some of the other strong teas that are cheaper are the Mongfei I brought onto an in-between-isode a while back. That one is strong and cheaper. This one is a bit more expensive, and I think it is quite a bit nicer. That sort of nuttiness is followed by a green floralness to the tea. This tea is from Mengku, which is one of the northern areas. It's within Lincang. So some of those grassy, greener notes are sort of to be expected. I'm going to make another infusion right here. And sort of as I'm making this tea, I can note that a lot of these stronger flavors that were initially bitter are sort of converting to sort of like this sweeter feeling on the mouth, so I am enjoying that. Really rich, really sweet aroma coming off of that. Like a lot of sweet florals. Someone that was more into flowers or botany would probably have some really nice descriptions for this, but I am not, so I do not have those descriptions. But sugary, floral, really fresh, and so it sort of suits this sort of warm summer day that we're having here in Seattle. Thicker. Each subsequent infusion has gotten thicker. Initially, you don't really taste that bitter bite immediately. Sort of kicks in sort of like the middle of the taste, and then you get sort of those nutty floral notes to it. It's not super sharp. It's not soft either. I would say it falls somewhere in between in that spectrum. And so, yeah, I would say that as far as the northern teas that I've had from Scott from 2016, I would rank this at the top probably. I like it considerably better than the Bangdong tea. I think is a Nehan tea, which is not really my region of choice, and I think it is nicer than the Mongfei, although the Mongfei I think is a really good bang for your buck if you like these sort of like northern, very strong green bitter brews. They're not really necessarily my the cup of tea that I drink all the time, but every time I do have a tea like this, I do enjoy it. So that bitterness has just continued to grow. I'm sort of getting some sort of like wheat, cereal, lemongrass tones in this now. So the taste has been sort of consistently evolving, continues to be extremely strong. My notes also say that this tea has had good longevity in previous sessions. So, seeing how it's done for these initial 4 brews, I could definitely believe it. The tea has gone up in price since I originally had it. I think it originally sold for about $125. But if you're looking to get in on this tea, I believe there is an autumn version from 2016, which if similar, I think could be a reasonable value. Or you could just wait for Scott's 2017 teas to come out. Oftentimes Scott will produce the same tea the next year. Prices tend to go up around Chinese New Year, around March, February of the year, so look to order before then. I'd recommend at least a sample of this one if you like young tea, and especially if you like Lincang tea. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Scott, for giving me the sample, and sorry it took so long to get through it, but I enjoy it quite a bit, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers.